Wow, guys and girls, what a grind, or should I say slow burn to get the new weapons. What is up, everybody? Northside here, and today we're going to talk about getting these new weapons, Stoneforge Great Axe and Stoneforge Axe Knot. Obviously we're on a preview shard, and as you can see here on the 8th week, you will get the option from this little guy here, Wolverine Stoneforge, and a series of quests that you will have to complete in order to get or obtain these new weapons. Now, if you wish to see all the areas, I suggest to go to Argon's channel and check out his video on how to get these weapons. But I am going to give my pros and cons about this weapon. The time gate is almost 2 months, as you can see here. For the epic version is 6 weeks, and for the legendary version is 8 weeks, which is 2 months. You will have to complete a series of quests which will vary from fetch and return up to killing the black dragon, going into for example all 3 weekly dungeons and a bunch of other stuff, and half of them are bugged on a preview, so it was a real pain in the ass, but I did it. But I had help, so shout out to Esther, Rai the Sky, and Tia for helping me obtaining these weapons. Pros and cons. You can get them from the campaign just by playing the game, and they are bound on equip. I don't think that it will stay like that. I think they will change that, but if they don't, I will definitely probably sell those weapons, and that's it. And also that goes for the epic version, because epic version is absolutely useless to me. The pro is you can get it from the campaign and you can maybe sell it, so that's really good. And actually, depending how much you grind, because for example you get 10 these houseberry coins from the small heroic encounters, and you need 500 for the actual, for example, companion equipment, you're going to need to do 50 small heroic encounters. Of course, you will get currency from other sources. And trust me on this when I tell you there's a plenty or plethora heroic encounters, as you can see here. It took me around 4 hours just to finish the series of quests that the NPC gave me. And then the real grind started for this last 500 coins. Now let's take a look at the weapons here. So Stoneforge Great Axe, high item level 2000, and we got plus 200 damage. As you can see, my base damage is almost 10,000, only 41 is missing. What bothers me most is that actually I do not have this artifact modification, and enhanced brash strike, as you can see, increase the damage done by brash strike by 10%, and same goes for the relentless slash that I use for AoE and brash strike for single target. So let's take a look at the bonus. First and foremost, you can see that my damage, incoming damage resistance, and ongoing healing are increased by 2% while in Underdark. It could be a 3% at least, but okay, 2% is really kind of cheap. I would really wish it was 3%, but never mind. Now, the second part of the bonus, where you gain 7.5% damage for 15 seconds when you dodge, block, sprint, or shadow slip, and this can only occur every 30 seconds. I do not like that 30 seconds cooldown, and this is basically the copy of Storm King Thunder's weapons. When dealing combat advantage damage, you have a 10% chance to gain 5% outgoing damage for 15 seconds also. This can only occur every 30 seconds. So if everything procs and we do everything right, 14.5% damage for the DPS. Now, that's really not that bad. However, it will go on cooldown, and also the main problem that I have with this weapon is that I have to sprint. And you can see it's bugged. It says I must equip a weapon, but you can see it here in my buff bar, Stoneforge Tactics. Now, in the new dungeon, for example, I have to sprint. I have to sprint because that's my iframe. Also, I like to position myself. If I have to sprint, I have to sprint. For example, the first boss, we have barrels. I just can't walk it out. I have to sprint it out. I see this weapon basically maybe for soloing. Yes, I can always sprint to the boss, but that's not how in reality works. That's not how real life works, not even game. So basically what happens, I cannot activate okay, you can see my bonus is activated, and now we're going to do some combat advantage damage and see if something's going to show up on a buff bar, and here it is. I think this is it. Let me just see really quick. Yeah, Stoneforge Advantage, here it is. So that will proc and give you 5% total damage, as you can see here, for 15 seconds, and then it's going to go on the cooldown, bidi bada boom, and that's it. So I am not really impressed by the weapons. I am not going to say they are best in slot for everybody. For Barbarian, for me personally, I know for a fact, I play a Barbarian for a long time, that all my damage is coming from at-wills. The most of my damage is coming from at-wills, which is Brash Strike, and I'm losing just by removing the Lionheart Sword, for example, that 10% Brash Strike enhancement by 10%. I still need to do some testing to see how this will actually work. Personally, I don't like these 30-second cooldowns. I do not like that I have to sprint, because I cannot think about that if I am in a really serious dungeon like New Master of the Temple of the Spider, for example, at any boss. Of course, for the trials, you don't have to have a Feywood, but any master weapons will be better, in my opinion, than this. So the weapons are going to be best for certain classes, and it's going to be conditional. So it depends in what dungeon you are, what content you're playing, with who are you playing, etc. I am not mind blown. However, the weapons are here for the taking. I do not think this is going to be best in slot for Barbarians, not in the trial, especially if you're using Masterwork weapons. And I mean, Lionheart Greatsword is pretty good, and also Mirage Greatsword is okay, but it's a personal burst. So tell me in the comment section what you think. This is my opinion about obtaining the new weapons. I will compare them to other weapons and see how it goes. So shout out to my channel members. Thank you for watching, and Northside is out.